I think it has something to do with not being able to reason with them. At least with animals like lions, tigers, bears, there's a sense of communication. And most of us would enjoy holding a lion or bear cub in our arms, but how many of us would enjoy cuddling a baby hammerhead shark? I feel most comfortable watching sharks at a safe distance from a big boat, or at the New York Aquarium, or on television. And that's where 13 comes in. You can see and learn about all sorts of creatures you wouldn't necessarily want to meet in the flesh, right here. In fact, 13 has more science and nature programming than any other TV station in the New York area. Now, we know a lot of you watch these science and nature programs. About 600,000 of you are tuning in for nature. Over 800,000 regularly watch Nova. And 1 million viewers watch the National Geographic specials. If each one of those viewers were a member of 13, this would be the only pledge break we'd need to have all year. So what are you waiting for? Get on the phone. Make a pledge by calling the number you see on your screen. Come home to 13 for the holidays.
We thank Jeremy for taking time out from rehearsals of The Real Thing to tape that message for 13. Now, some of you might think that the only thing that has a bigger appetite than a shark is public television. You say 13 always seems to be having another pledge drive. But consider this. In the last 5 years, federal funding for 13 has been cut from $9.3 million to $4.9 million, a reduction of almost 50%. And those figures make no allowance at all for inflation. Now, the good news is that you viewers have taken up a lot of the slack by becoming members. There's a lot more of you in 1983 than there were in 1978, but to make ends meet this fiscal year, we're looking for 100,000 new members. Now, that's not an impossible goal if you'll pick up your phone and call the number you see on your screen.
You know, Bob, 13 reaches about 2 million people each week. And a lot of the people watch 13 on cable, and they assume that when they pay their cable bill that 13 gets some of that money. That is wrong. 13 does not get a cent. So please, every one of you who are watching 13 on cable, you need to help support this station, just like those viewers who receive 13 through their television's antenna. So, if you're watching in the East Village or in northern Connecticut or in southern New Jersey, call now. Please call and make a pledge of support. It's very important. And now let's go back over to Jean Anderson at the Gold Board, and let's see how we're doing tonight. Jean?
Yes, I'm right here. Well, we've had 320 calls, and you know that's far from our goal of 2,500. Now, I know it's very easy to just sit back and let someone else do it. But you know the quality of your life is so much better when you have Channel 13. All of those concerts, the opera, theater, films that you've loved for many years. These are the only things that you can see when you get to Channel 13. There's some phones ringing here, and it's hard for me to talk, but there are a lot of phones that aren't ringing. Now, come on. Get off the couch or the chair that you're sitting on, pick up that phone before our wonderful show starts for tonight, and call Channel 13 now. All right, now I'm about to go back to Bob, but don't forget, get to that phone. And if you're having trouble with the number, it's 985-9913 or 800-553-1301. Come on, get those phones ringing. There are several people down here that aren't even working, and they're waiting for your call. So call now. Thank you.
Remember, a full membership in 13 is $50. For a pledge of $60, we'll send you David Attenborough's book, Discovering Life on Earth. And you'll also receive a year's subscription to The Dial, 13's monthly programming guide. And you'll get this membership card, which opens the doors to special events, museums, and galleries all over town. Now, our thanks for a pledge of $175 is 2 tickets for a wonderful evening at the newly restored Waldorf Astoria Ballroom. That's on January 31st. That night, Channel 13 will be taping its annual pop music gala with special guest star Sid Charisse, and Tony Martin will be your host. A pledge of $26 will make you a production assistant at 13, and we'll send you this key ring with the engraved 13 emblem. And for those of you who've never been a member of 13 before, we've got something that makes it easier than ever to be part of what's going on here. Just watch.
13's up to something new.
Nothing unusual for this station.
But now, for the first time, you can become a new member.
Enjoy the full benefits and privileges.
And take 12 months to pay.
That's right.
Pledge $60 right now.
You get 12 months of the dial.
12 months of opening doors.
With your membership card.
To the area's most exciting places of art, culture, and fascination.
And most importantly,
12 months of programs you help support.
Call now.
Tell one of our operators you want to boost 13 on the installment plan.
If you like, choose a special bonus thank you.
All for a $60 pledge.
12 months to pay.
$5 a month.
We even send you a handy monthly reminder.
At 13, we're always up to something new throughout the year.
And now we've got something new to make the year even brighter.
If 13 is what you watch,
then 13's where you belong. We can't do it without you.
I would like to remind everybody who's calling in with a pledge now that with a pledge, you can use your Visa, your MasterCard, or American Express cards. It's easier for you, and it's ready money for this station. And one more thing, please, that we would like to have you keep in mind is the tax time is coming up, and because 13 is a nonprofit institution, your pledge is tax deductible. And your tax deductible contribution to 13 is one good way to help make up the federal budget cuts that 13 has had to cope with. Bob?
Well, Bob, the phones are ringing, and our operators are somewhat busy, but not busy enough. Now, you see a lot of people have come in here. They've given of their Saturday night. They're here ready to take your phone call. These phones aren't ringing right now, and we'd really want you to help us out with 13 and call up. 2,500 members tonight. Come on, reach out and touch us with a pledge. The evening is young, and we've got a lot more in store for you. Next is a documentary on the making of the Star Wars trilogy. And after that, the original 1937 version of A Star is Born. We'll be back in about a half an hour. Now make that call to 13 right now, and you'll be able to enjoy the rest of this December pledge drive, knowing that you've come home to 13 for the holidays. Here's just a sampler of tomorrow night.
The giant condor flies. The Pacific coastline of South America is his territory and ours as we discover a vast ocean of birds, a blazing hot Chilean desert of flowers and seagulls, a breathtaking world of wildlife wonders that makes the flight of the condor through ocean, desert, and thin air one of nature's marvels.
If you prefer, mail your check to 13, Box 1313, New York 10101.
Presentation of this program is made possible by this and other public television stations. We'll be back with more of our special program from Star Wars to Jedi in just a few moments. Now let's go live to our studios where Bob Balaban, a star of another film about aliens, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, is standing by.
Hello again. I am Bob Balaban, and we will be returning to the Star Wars special in just a few minutes. But first, we have got to hear from a lot of you who are enjoying this program, and we would really like to hear from you right away. So please, if you're a parent, this special should mean a lot to you because at the very least, it means you don't have to trudge out in the cold December weather to satisfy your child's insatiable Star Wars appetite. And more importantly, really, this program is helping to build good television viewing habits, because think of all the programs on 13 that your children like to watch and that you like them to watch. Nature, Nova, Sesame Street, to name just 3. And think while your child is watching public television, he or she is not watching something that has 1,000 television commercials, and he or she will not come running to you and say, "Mommy, Daddy, buy me this or buy me that." So please, call now to avoid this thing. The number is on your screen, while Gene Anderson, my co-host, tells you about a few of the benefits of becoming a member of 13.
Thanks, Bob. Become a member of 13 now by pledging $50, and we'll send you this digital recording of the score from Return of the Jedi. It's an album you and your children are sure to enjoy. That $50 pledge will also make you a full member of 13, which means you'll get a year's subscription of the dial and this membership card. The dial is 13's official program guide. It'll keep you informed of what's coming up on 13 and will also tell you which museum doors the membership card opens. Already on the list of cultural institutions that will honor your membership card are the New York Botanical Garden and the Museum of the American Indian. A pledge of $175 will bring you 2 tickets to the New York City Ballet's production of the Nutcracker. Call now. Reserve your tickets to this sold-out holiday tradition. Just tell our operator whether you'd prefer to go on December 27th or the 30th. If you prefer, pledge $26. We'll send you this solid brass key ring as our thanks. You'll be a production assistant of 13 and know that you helped us continue to bring the best in television. Now, here's Mark Hamill with a few words about the Force. By that, I mean the Force that's all the members of 13. He couldn't be with us in person right now, but he wanted some time with you on this break.
Hello, I'm Mark Hamill. I guess there'll always be something of Luke Skywalker about me, and in a way I don't mind, because I hope there'll always be something of the adventurer in me, the down-to-earth guy who once had a chance to step into the fictional past. But fantastic things are going on right now in and around this world of ours, and because of this station, I travel daring voyages week after week. If there's one thing we've learned from the 1980s, it's how boldly we unlock the secrets of our world. As we go, 13 decodes its mysteries with series and specials on the Earth, on space, and on modern technology. So sign up along with those of us who can't resist adventure and discovery. We stand at the end of one century and on the brink of the next. Wherever science leads us, this station of ours is on the next flight. And if you've got a taste for adventure, I'd say, book your membership now.
You know, we here at 13 can appeal to you on many different levels. We can appeal to your artistic sense. After all, we do run many artistic, aesthetically pleasing programs. We can appeal to your sense of pity. After all, we are here asking for your money. We can appeal to your sense of civic duty. This is public television, non-commercial. You should call up. But after all, we really should appeal mainly to your common sense. It's really a matter of numbers. You know, we need 100,000 members by our fiscal year end, which is July of 1984. Now, if, as the week goes on, you see that we're not reaching those numbers, it obviously behooves you to pick up the phone and become a member. And remember, there are many different ways to become a member. You can give us $60 and pay on the installment plan, be paying $50 and become a regular member, or pay $26 and become a production assistant. You know, a lot of people start as production assistants and end up as producers, directors, and even stars. So become a production assistant or any member of 13 and let us know that we're appealing to the right person. Please do it as soon as possible.
Where were you on the night of October 9th?
October 9th? I was home watching TV.
Watching what?
Masterpiece Theater. You can ask my wife.
How about November 16th?
I was home watching great performances.
Can I ask your wife?
No. She left me in November.
I know. She's the one who tipped us off.
What?
She said all you did was watch public TV. Night after night.
I like it.
But you never became a member. You let other people pay for the shows you watched. You're a freeloader. And you're gonna pay for it.
I meant to send him a check.
That's what they all say.
Look, let me take care of it right now.
Sorry, buddy. I'm an honest cop.
You know, only a fraction of the people, really about 1 in 10 who watch 13, pay for what they watch. Some people say they can't afford a membership in 13. It doesn't fit into their budget. Well, for those people, we have something new. It's called being a production assistant of 13, and it costs only $26. That's just a little more than $2 a month. And we'll send you this brass key ring as your thanks. For $50, you can be a full member of 13. Get the Return of the Jedi album, a year's subscription to the dial, and the membership card. And for a pledge of $170, you not only become a member of 13 and get the dial and the membership card, but we'll send you 2 tickets to the Nutcracker. This holiday classic is something you'll want to take the whole family to, and additional tickets are available for $50 each. Call now. Reserve your seats on either December 27th or the 30th. Now, for those of you who've never pledged to 13 before and would like to pay on the installment plan, watch this.
It's about time. This message is all about time, because now, for the first time, you can become a new member of 13, enjoy the full benefits, and take 12 months to pay. That's right. Pledge $60 right now, and you've got 12 months to pay. $5 a month. We'll even send you a monthly reminder. So don't waste time. Call now, then take your time and your seat. After all, the best membership benefits are the programs you keep on the air.
You know, the key to success in any endeavor, especially one as complicated as, say, a movie like The Return of the Jedi, is planning. You have to have a budget, and it helps to have a goal. Well, 13 is a pretty complicated endeavor itself, and its goal is to bring you television that you're not likely to find anywhere else on your dial. 13 would like to be the alternative voice in television programming in the New York metropolitan area. And it's the budget that's the hard part, because the federal government keeps cutting its allocation to public television. Now, you've heard this before, but it's very important. It means that 13 has got to count even more on that goal that it shares with its viewers, because you are the viewers. It's people like you who are watching who have to account for more than 30% of our entire budget. So if you are not a member of 13, you have a chance now to show that you share the goal of quality programming in New York by calling the number that you see on your screen and making a pledge. And you can feel better. You will feel good knowing that you have done your part to assure that 13 is on firm financial footing. 13 has a goal. You can really help. You are sitting there watching, and if you call us now, you will be able to help us meet our goal. And let's go now to Bob Mann at our goal board and see what's happening.
I can't say that I'm not just a little bit disappointed. When I was here just a couple of minutes ago, I was mentioning to you that it's simply a matter of numbers. 100,000 by the end of July, but also 2,500 by the end of tonight. And as we see just behind me, we're dealing with 652 so far. 652 members tonight as compared to 2,500 members that we need overall. Maybe we can appeal a little bit to your sense of guilt, because these people, one of them you see on your screen right now, have all come out on their Saturday night, all on their own time, ready to take your call, ready to take your pledge and become a member of 13. And you know, becoming a member of 13 is something which really brings you a lot of privileges. Throughout the night, Bob Balaban and Gene Anderson and I have been on telling you about all the great side benefits of becoming a member of 13, and we really want you to call up and keep contributing to the best in public television. A few people have said that the 800 number is busy. Now, if 800-553-1300 is busy, just keep plugging away and keep trying. The other number here in New York City, 212-985-9913. If you're calling from out of the area, calling the 800 number, calling one of these nice people. If it's busy, keep plugging away. Become a member of 13. We're only dealing in the 600s here when we need to be over 2,000 by the end of tonight and over 100,000 by the end of July. So please, call up, whether it's 26, whether it's 50, or whether it's 60. Become a member of 13.
Take a journey with Nova as we review the epic moments of the first 25 years in space. While tracing the steps from Sputnik to the space shuttle, you'll remember all the triumphs,
It's one small step for man,
the tragedies,
The fire occurred while the astronauts were in the spacecraft.
and excitement.
Target is completed, Houston.
25 years in space, next time on Nova.
If you prefer, mail your check to 13, Box 1313, New York 10101.
More of our special Star Wars program in just a few minutes, but now let's go live to our studios where Bob Mann, Gene Anderson, and Bob Balaban are standing by to welcome you home for the holidays.
What makes 13 different? What makes it special? It's not just programs we throw together for a special week like this one. It's what goes on all year, 7 days a week. But we're public, we're non-commercial, and we need you to help. Now, we've been talking all about the $26 memberships all the way up to the $175 memberships, but we have a special deal. For a $35 contribution, you don't become a member, but you get this: the Jedi Masters Quiz Book, 425 cosmic questions and answers about Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. But now we had a lot of Star Wars nuts watching earlier, so please call up, become a member, or give the contribution.
That stirring music you hear is part of the soundtrack from Return of the Jedi. We'll send you this album when you become a member of 13 by pledging $50. You'll be able to relive the adventures of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker every time you play it. Not only will your $50 pledge bring you this album, but you'll also get a year's subscription to 13's program guide, The Dial. You'll also receive this membership card. Now, the membership card is something new this December. It promises to be one of the biggest benefits of being a member of 13 because it's going to open doors to museums all over the city. And we'll tell you some of the names of them in just a moment. If you pledge $150, we'll send you 2 orchestra seat tickets for the Gala of Stars on February 28th. Beverly Sills and James Levine will be your hosts at Radio City Music Hall, and they'll be joined by some of the biggest stars in the business. For a pledge of $75, it'll be our pleasure to send you 2 tickets for mezzanine seats at the Gala of Stars. Whichever you choose, it's sure to be a festive evening, and it's a great opportunity to meet some of your neighbors who care about public television. Call the number you see on your screen and reserve your tickets. Now, here's Terry Jones. You Monty Python fans will recognize him. He has a few ideas of his own about 13. He was here the other day, and we managed to pin him down long enough to record this message.
Hi, I'm Terry Jones of Monty Python. Well, a long time ago, in a movie studio far, far away, the Star Wars trilogy had its beginning. Well, actually, it wasn't long ago, and the studio was just a few thousand miles away, but it seems like a long time ago. I mean, when was the last time you went to a costume party and there wasn't at least one Han Solo or Princess Leia or R2-D2 cavorting around? I can tell you, it's something that we costume party goers almost take for granted nowadays. Rather like a lot of people take Channel 13 for granted. I mean, people expect to be able to come home from work, or maybe even a costume party, turn on their set to 13 and be entertained or informed. Well, fortunately, there are a few 100,000 people out there who realize that it takes money. Lots of money to keep this station going. You know, a lot of ways, being a member of 13 is like hosting the biggest costume party of them all. 365 days a year of famous people, weird animals, and historical events. So, if you've been taking 13 for granted, call the number on your screen and make a pledge. We can't keep going without you. So, if you excuse me, I have a party to go to. Bye.
Hello, I'm Bob Balaban again. Now, 13's audience continues to grow and continues to attract new members, and that's really a good thing, because it means that 13 can offer more and better programming. Now, take this show that we're in the middle of right now, From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga. Its presentation here on 13 was made entirely possible by members' dollars. That's right. Without the support of pledges from viewers throughout the metropolitan area, you would not be watching this program. 13 likes to think that audiences are growing because it's presenting more and better shows, and the ratings confirm that. But another reason that 13 is gaining audiences is because of cable. Cable makes it possible for people who live in New Jersey or Connecticut to watch 13, but a lot of you who are watching are under the impression that part of your cable fees are finding their way back to 13, and this is not true. 13 does not get anything from the cable companies. So, if you are watching this show on cable and you are enjoying it and you would like to see more shows like this show, you should call right now the number that you see on your screen. And if you're watching via an antenna or a pair of rabbit ears, here is something for you to consider.
Question: how do our shows get out to your home? Answer: by something we call our transmitter. Our transmitter's on more than 6,000 hours a year, and it sends you the programs you watch. But here's what that one single item takes out of our budget. $60 an hour for the technical crew, $10.50 an hour for parts and services, $43 an hour to rent the top of the World Trade Center, $7 an hour for the telephone lines, $83 an hour for depreciation, $3 an hour for whatever comes up we just didn't count on. So from our place to yours, it costs $200 every hour of the day we're here on the air. Make a membership pledge and buy us a few of those minutes.
$50 doesn't seem like very much to keep 13 signals strong. Now does it? If you average it out to $1 a week, it amounts to little more than pocket change. You probably have that much resting on top of your dresser or rolling around in the bottom of your purse. So instead of just letting it sit there and gather dust, give us a call. Make a pledge of $50 to 13. When you do, you'll be a full member of the station, and we'll send you a year's subscription to the dial, 12 issues that will enhance your viewing of 13. You'll also get this membership card, which will entitle you to special events all over the metropolitan area. And since you're probably a fan of the Star Wars films, we'll send you the soundtrack from Return of the Jedi 2, all for $50. For $26, that's about 50 cents a week, you can become a production assistant at 13. We'll send you this keychain as a reminder of your support for public television. And for a pledge of $150, you'll receive 2 orchestra seat tickets for 13's Gala of Stars this year. Beverly Stills and James Levine will be your hosts for this wonderful evening. Or for a pledge of $75, 13 will send you 2 tickets for mezzanine seats for the gala. Whichever you choose, you can count on a fantastic evening. Call now. Reserve your seats. Back to you, Bob Balaban.
You know, with the holiday season upon us, the idea of giving seems to come to mind. And when something brings us pleasure, it's a pleasure to be able to give something back in return. And I don't know about you, but I certainly get a lot of pleasure throughout the year watching 13. And that's why I'm here tonight, because I would like to do my part for something that gives me so many enjoyable hours of entertainment. I also send in my money every year, and I hope you will. And if you've been enjoying 13 in 1983, please pick up your phone and pledge $50. That seems like a lot. It's $1 a week, and it's very important. It's so we can continue to entertain and inform you. Now, here's Bob to tell you how we're doing tonight.
While Bob and Jean were talking to you, I was carefully reading my Jedi Master's quiz book here. Question 275. What did the other 3PO units say to C-3PO in the corridor of Cloud City? I don't know these things. I know a lot of people don't know them, and you can use this book, the Jedi Master's Quiz Book, to torture your friends at parties. For $35, it can all be yours, and you can be the master of Star Wars trilogy knowledge. $35 to 13, you don't become a member, but you do give a contribution, and you do give the book. Now, a lot of kids are interested in Star Wars and have been calling up, and we want the adults to call up. We're dealing with serious business here, saving Channel 13 and public television in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. So please have the adults call, and call to either give the $35 donation for the book or a $26 pledge, and you can get the key ring, which is a beautiful one. I have one right here in my pocket here. Reminded me that I don't have my keys to drive home this evening, but it's still a great thing for $26 for a key ring, and of course $50 to become a member, and of course the special holiday deals. $175 gets you either the Nutcracker or that great night of nostalgia at the Waldorf Astoria. We're at $987 as I read it now. Not bad, but not exactly what we're looking for. $2,500 is what we're after. We want $100,000 for the entire year up to the fiscal year in July '84, and if we get it tonight, we'll end it all tonight. Let's get the job done tonight right here on 13. We'll stop bothering you. We'll all be members. We'll all come home for the holidays right here to 13.
If you prefer, mail your check to 13, Box 1313, New York 10101.
action, pace, plot.
And go on to some other place.
This logo is the symbol of the only station on the air that you own. Holiday greetings to you and your family from all of us here at 13.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Jean Anderson, and now's your chance to call 13 and let us know what you thought of this fantastic adventure. Over the years, people have come to expect one thing from each new Star Wars film and the programs that they see on 13. And that one thing is quality entertainment. 13 specializes in bringing you the unexpected and unusual on television. We're able to do that in large part because people like you want an alternative to the usual run-of-the-mill television that the networks broadcast, and they're willing to pay for it. A membership in 13 is just $50, and we need you now more than ever. So call the number on your screen now. Make that pledge. We'll send you the John Williams score from Return of the Jedi, and that same $50 pledge will also bring you 12 issues of Our Dial to keep you informed of what's coming up on 13. It'll also be your guide to what doors this membership card will open each month. There'll be doors to some of the most exciting places in the area, and they'll be open to you and your family at discount prices. For a pledge of $175, it'll be our pleasure to send you 2 tickets to some sentimental journeys at the newly renovated Waldorf Astoria Ballroom. It's always a star-studded night of magic pop music, and this year promises to be great too, with special guest star Sid Charisse. Dinner's included, of course, and the tickets are limited, so call right away. And here's Bob Mann to tell you why we need your call.
Spending my Saturday evening with my Jedi Masters quiz book here. Question 318, what was Darth Vader's full name? Yes, the Force will be with you in any Star Wars trivia contest if you pick this up for $35, the Jedi Masters quiz book. Now, this $35 will not make you a member of 13, but it will certainly make you a strong Star Wars trivia expert and certainly help us out. You know, when we have a pledge week like this, we get a lot of people who normally watch public TV, a lot of people, though, who come to us for the first time, for example, to see the Star Wars trilogy. Well, if you're here for the first time, we're here during the breaks to raise money to save 13. You notice we don't have commercials like the other 6 VHF TV stations down the dial, so you're the commercials. You raise the money. And we need 100,000 people by July. And now I'd like to throw it over to 2 very special friends of ours, John Gabriel of Ryan's Hope and Sandy Gabriel of All My Children.
The members of 13 are voters. When someone calls and makes a pledge, that person is voting for a particular kind of program. For instance, if you were to pick up your phone right now and call with a pledge of any amount, it would tell 13 that you especially enjoyed watching the Star Wars documentary.
That, in turn, would encourage 13 to program more shows like the one we just watched. So how about it? Did you enjoy From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga? A lot of your neighbors did. I can hear the phones ringing and see the operators are busy, but there's still plenty who are waiting for a call. Your call. Make your voice heard with a phone call right now. Pick up your phone and dial the number on your screen. It'll be a vote for a real send-off into the new year.
The dream is possible after years of planning, months of production, and days of pressure. But the last 10 seconds make all the difference.
10, 9, ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our dreams take years of planning, months of production, and days of pressure too. But the first 10 seconds make all the difference.
Channel 13, may I help you?
Your pledge of $50 will go a long way toward making the dream of quality television a reality here in our area. Now let's go over those membership bonus packages again. We'll send you this soundtrack album from Return of the Jedi as our thanks for a $50 pledge. You'll also get a subscription to the Dial and a membership card as extra bonuses. Card holders are entitled to discounts to many exciting adventures in the area, and the Dial will be your guide to those events. If $50 seems a little steep for your budget, how about a pledge of $26? That makes you a production assistant here at 13, and we'll send you this key ring with the engraved 13 logo. For a $175 pledge, we'll send you 2 tickets for Sentimental Journeys. Here's Eddie Albert to explain.
I'm Eddie Albert, and if you enjoyed last year's Jukebox Saturday Night, here's your chance to be part of the live audience when the same producers create a musical Sentimental Journey. By calling now with a pledge of $175 or more, you can ask for invitations to the dinner and the taping of Sentimental Journey in the Waldorf Astoria's newly restored ballroom. Tony Martin is the host. Sid Charisse is his special guest among a galaxy of stars. Call now. The operator will give you further details, and it's a great way to give some dollars to 13 and have a night you'll long remember. After all, you can't take it with you.
Hi, I'm Donna Pescow. One of the big hits from Saturday Night Fever was the song Staying Alive. It became the anthem for a lot of people who worked hard all week so they could party, really live on Saturday night. Well, Staying Alive could be an anthem here at 13 too. These folks at 13 are keeping public television alive with a lot of hard work and dedication. Dedication to provide television the likes of which you won't find anywhere else on your dial. That includes shows like From Star Wars to Jedi. But, you know, there's not a chance in the world that 13 will survive without the support of its viewers. You and your neighbors in the 13 viewing area provide over 30% of all the money it takes to run this station. So if you're watching me now and enjoying the program, help keep 13 alive. Call the number you see on your screen and make a pledge. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm doing my part for 13. Have you done yours?
Donna Pescow, who is a good friend of mine, dashed over to 13 recently to tape that message for you during her lunch break, which is only 1 hour. She's currently appearing in daytime television's All My Children, what happens to be the show that I'm on. Call now and do your part for 13. You know, one of the facts of television is that it's very expensive to run a station. It costs about as much to run 13 as it does for the commercial stations to run theirs. And 13 doesn't have the luxury of being able to sell airtime to sponsors.
Well, sure, the government and business chip in with some funds, but 13 has to rely on you viewers for the biggest chunk of what it takes to run this station. And membership in 13 is voluntarily. You join us by choice, not by law or force. Membership's on the honor plan. Well, that's why I'm here tonight. I watch 13, and I just wouldn't feel right if I didn't help out. So if you watch 13, call now. The number's on your screen. Now here's Gene to explain how becoming a member is easier than ever.
Thanks, John, that's right. If you've never been a member before, you now can do it on the installment plan. Pledge $60 and we'll send you the Jedi album, a subscription to the Dial, the membership card, and a monthly reminder for $5. That's all it costs you to be a member of 13 on the installment plan. If you've resisted joining 13 before because you couldn't handle that one-shot payment, this is our way of making it easier for you. $5 a month. It'll help us continue to bring you all the shows you like to watch, and you'll feel better knowing you helped. Come on, call the number on your screen. It's an offer that's hard to refuse. $5 a month. Call now. In the meantime, let's go to Bob and see how many of you have called during the last hour. Bob?
Our volunteer on the right just received 2 very fascinating phone calls. One was nice, one not so nice, and neither one was helpful. The first one said, "I want to thank you for running the Star Wars movie. It was very, very nice. Thank you." Click. The second one said, "Your movie for 10 o'clock is already late, and I'll contribute as soon as you get your movies on time." Well, unfortunately, neither of those folks got the point. We're here showing the Star Wars trilogy and putting our next movie on late to make a point. To make a point that we need you to keep this station on the air to begin with. Channel 13 and these kind volunteers are working very hard tonight to keep Channel 13 on the air. We need 100,000 members by the end of July, 2,500 members by the end of tonight. So we're on the air, putting these numbers up on the screen, asking you to help out, to become a member. We appreciate that you like the Star Wars movie. We're glad you like all the public television. If you like it, call us up and make a pledge. It can be $26, it can be more, you can become a full member. Now, so far, those two people didn't get the point, but 1,175 people did get the point. But to make it tonight, 2,500 people have to get the point. That's what we need tonight. Call up the numbers. There's a 212 number. There's also a toll-free 800 number. So you gotta call, you've gotta keep 13 alive. And if you really appreciate the programs, show your appreciation. Only 1 in 10 pay for 13. We want to get everybody to come home for the holidays.
'Tis the season, 13 lovers, for you, and it's filled with delights. Star Wars, how they made the world's greatest saga. Jaws, real life with Bite. Family Tears with Ed Asner and Maureen Stapleton. The American Ballet Theater with Baryshnikov and Kirkland. Placido Domingo in opera's favorite city. A toast to Callis. The DeBolts, who they are and how they've grown. Luciano Pavarotti. All this and more here on 13 when you come home for the holidays.
If you prefer, mail your check to 13, Box 1313, New York 10101.
We are 13.
13 is made possible by an underwriting grant from Sims Clothing Incorporated.